Hi, this is Gary Dorenzo, and we're at the Pottstown campus of the Montgomery County Community College. Specifically, we're here at the Challenger Learning Center, which was opened in August in a joint effort with Challenger programs throughout the country and the world. This is one of 40 different Challenger Learning Centers, and what it is a hands-on learning experience for groups of students in 5th through 8th grades. Today, students from the Pottstown Middle School came down to share the Lunar Quest mission, which was an experience for them to go to space, land a rover, and experience and find a safe place for the lunar rover to land. The students got to experience a simulated landing and takeoff sequence here at the Challenger Center. The Challenger Center was developed in April of 1986 after the tragedy of the Challenger space mission, which lost 7 astronauts in January of 1986. The families of the astronauts felt it was an important legacy to teach the world and students in the United States and abroad about the benefits of space travel, and really it's a living memorial to those 7 astronauts. So today we're here with Pottstown Middle School, and we're going to see some of the activities that they're going on, and it's truly a wonderful hands-on experience that utilizes the cutting-edge technology and space travel, and so we'll have a good idea of how the kids react after we talk to them a little bit. Hi, we're back here at the Challenger Learning Center in Pottstown, and we're with, ironically, my wife, Ginger Dorenzo, who is brought her kids here, her 6th grade students from Pottstown Middle School. And Ginger, maybe you could tell us a little bit about what do you think the benefits of on-site learning outside of the school building, and how your kids reacted to today's educational experience.
Well, my students were very excited to come here in the first place. And anytime that you can get kids outside and do any kind of hands-on learning, I think is very beneficial to them. They get to apply what they learn in school to various situations. And this is just, the technology that's here is just unbelievable, which, the kids thrive in that environment. So just being able to apply technology and, what they do at home, kind of, the technology that they use all the time, this has a purpose. They're solving a problem together and they're working together to solve that problem, is just fantastic. So. Did
you see the benefits of teamwork in your group today?
Oh, absolutely. They had to, the 2 groups had to work together, and they weren't even in the same room, so they had to work together to solve that problem, communicating back and forth via technology, but also with the group that they were with.
Great. Thank you very much.
Spacecraft, this is Mission Control. I have a message from bio team.
Also, you can also watch anything on the data select screen around the top of the room, okay?
Hi, we're here with Kevin O'Rangers, who is one of the staff members here at the Challenger Center. And Kevin, why don't you kind of just give us an overview of, basically how this center evolved and came to Pottstown, and ultimately what's the ultimate goal of the center?
Sure. Well, first off, thank you for having me. Appreciate it. We launched the Challenger Learning Center recently here in August of 2022 after about a 3-year or so initiative in planning and designing the space and building the space out for it. It's currently located in our building 140, which is originally our sustainability hub, which housed some classes. It also housed our aquaponics and hydroponics labs, which have since moved back to our Bluebell campus. However, the very premise of the Challenger Learning Center, and one of the reasons it's anchored here to our Pottstown campus, is it's designed as a pathways initiative, teaching our students in grades 5 through 8 science, technology, engineering, and math, which we call STEM, as well as STEAM, arts and design, giving them an opportunity to actually do some engaging and immersive experiential learning as part of a space mission. So what we do for the Challenger Learning Center, and is part and parcel to what the college is attempting to do, is to get kids on campus earlier. where with the Challenger Learning Center and with the immersive space mission, it gives them the opportunity to take on real-world space-related careers, things like communications officer, navigations officer, robotics, life sciences and med and biology. Kids are assigned a task and a responsibility, and it gives them an opportunity to really take on that role, to learn about what that work is as part of a real-world space mission. So again, with the Challenger Center anchored to a college campus, we're getting students on campus earlier. We are working with classroom teachers here in our county, as well as 7 counties across southeastern Pennsylvania. And again, we're giving kids an opportunity to find a pathway, potentially to higher learning. It could be things like certification, workforce development, or perhaps a 2-year degree that leads to a 4-year degree as part of their higher learning.
In the curriculum, does the curriculum is aligned with PA core standards, et cetera?
Absolutely. The whole premise of the Challenger Learning Center experience is anchored to the Common Core as well as the next generation science standards. So all of the activities, all of the jobs and responsibilities that are a part of a real-world space mission, all of those activities themselves are aligned to those standards for grades 5 through grade 8.
Wow, so outstanding facility. Anything else you want to add just as a last piece that?
Absolutely. If you are a teacher in middle school, 5th through 8th grade, or you are a curriculum specialist with STEM, or you are a principal or a school district superintendent, definitely get in touch with us. We would love to be able to host your students here, and there is more to come. Additional Challenger missions, as well as STEM extension activities that we'll be incorporating in the space.
Great, fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thinking you need to become a mission control specialist, all right? On this side of the room, how do we feel about becoming the new astronaut?
Good afternoon. We're back at the Challenger Learning Center, and I'm here with 6th grade student Hollis, and she's going to give us a little overview of her experience today here.
Hello, I'm Hollis, and I am from Pottstown Middle School, and I think today was a very fun experience here. We did it quite a lot, and we switched places from time to time, but I really liked when we went to the spacecraft, and I liked how everybody was doing their job. They were all working together. It was really great teamwork, and then watching the other team have great teamwork also was very great.
So today I enjoyed doing typing on the computer. Gave me a little bit of a rush because I had to type really fast so the other people could get it.
I'd say the part I enjoyed most was probably mission control and giving orders through the walkie-talkie, which was really fun. That's pretty much it. I definitely recommend doing it though.
Probably just doing my job. I had to look at some breathing things and all that, and I had to do some tests. And then I had to test the other crew members for, space radiation and all that. So I'd probably say that was the best.
I am here with Annalise and Angelie, and they are actually the Challenger Learning Center commanders. And they're going to give you a little overview of what happens when the students come into Mission Command and the Challenger shuttle.
Sure, thanks Gary. So we are standing in what's called our Challenger Learning Center simulator, one of 4 simulator rooms. We are running what's called a Lunar Quest mission, which focuses all on the moon and learning more about the lunar surface. The goal of the mission is to identify a place on the moon where we as humans can sustain long-term human life. So very similar to NASA missions, they want to set up a human base camp to see what's going on there. So when the students get to us on their field trip, they're broken up into 2 groups. One group becomes our astronaut corps, and the other group then becomes our mission control specialists. Both groups then receive 9 jobs, which are mirrored on each side. One job relies on communication, weather team, a biology team, a medical team, a life support team, a robotics team, a rover team, and so on. So each job has their own set of tasks and instructions to do that come together to tie into the mission as a whole. From there, the mission is about 2 hours long, so the students actually work collaboratively. They're in live learning labs, so they're working on their tasks, sending data and sharing information with one another to then, at the end, have the goal of the mission is to develop and launch a rover on the moon to hopefully identify that spot where we as humans can live for long periods of time.
That's awesome.
Wonderful. So our simulators can hold, we need a minimum of 10 students or 10 participants, all the way up to 48 participants. And as Annalise mentioned, it's about a 2-hour experience. So they come in from the second they come in the door until they leave, they get to have 2 hours full of hands-on learning experiences, immersive experiences here at Challenger.
That is awesome, and I can vouch for both of our kids, watching our kids the other day. They all left pretty much with a smile on their faces, and you guys do a tremendous job, and the technology here is amazing. Can you guys talk a little bit about, what the technology is, and, what are the functions that go on when you're doing a simulation?
Sure, we have 4 simulator rooms. The first of which, when the students get here, they come into what's called a briefing room. So just like real astronauts, we have everyone come together to talk about the mission, objectives, and goals. From there, we then split apart. So our astronauts come into this room that we're standing in. It's called our spacecraft simulator, where they will begin doing hands-on activities, learning more about the moon, while our mission control folks head into our mission control simulator that is mocked up after Blue Origin's mission control. In there, they are doing a lot of computer work, but also in contact with their counterparts here in the spacecraft. So from there, our astronauts also get to take a little shuttle ride or a rocket ship ride to the moon. They head into what's called our transport room, which gets them to the moon, and so on. So that's just some of the ways that the students are able to interact throughout the building and in all the simulator rooms.
They have a little bit of a twist that they have to deal with too in their mission. Maybe you could just briefly, without giving away a secret, talk about what happens.
Sure. So at about 45 minutes into the first half of the experience, the students do have an emergency, we call it. Won't give it away, but it requires that they all come back together. Our astronauts return back to the briefing room along with our mission control specialists, and they talk about what the emergency was, what they think may have happened, and what they could do maybe in the future to prevent that emergency, and then also make a decision on whether they want to continue with the mission in another capacity or if they want to go home. Usually they decide to continue.
Well, ladies, thank you. Thanks for hosting us here, along with Kevin, who we met earlier. I think it's just a fantastic educational, place for kids to come, and we hope people come and enjoy it. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Gary.
And my favorite part about today was testing certain things in the spacecraft. The thing that I liked testing the most was these solar panels, where you would test the solar panels, you'd get the information, and then you'd put it into the computer, send it over a comm link, and then the person at comms would relay the information down to the other team at mission control.
I was mission specialist first, then I was astronaut. I chose robotics. When I was an astronaut here, the robot arm was incredibly hard to control. I couldn't pick up any of the odd weights or something that I was supposed to pick up. And I was mission specialist. It was basically coding. So that helped me learn about coding.
Is that they showed us that even if you fail, you can still learn some stuff, and that there's still another chance to learn some new things, and that teamwork is always the good choice.
My favorite part of this is just doing the rover, and I'm talking to the other player on a walkie-talkie.
My role was navigation. I was with a girl named Rania. She was a nice person. She's a really good person in class, and my favorite, good teammate. And my favorite part of doing the spacecraft was being in that spacecraft, and the hard part about it was the throttle. Because the throttle thing, if you decrease it, it goes forwards, and
and goes backwards if you increase it too much. And the hard part about it, really hard part, is how you gotta do both things of navigating it and increasing and decreasing the throttle.
So on behalf of the PCTV Network and Gus Tellis, who continues to bring educational programming to the Pottstown area, we want to say thank you. Thank you to PCTV for giving a snapshot to Pottstown and different things to do, so to speak, in our community, and for always supporting Pottstown activities and events, and again to Montgomery County Community College and the Challenger Learning Center. It's a wonderful hands-on opportunity for students in middle school ages to see some real-life STEM activities and the world of space travel, and we thank you and have a good day.